Hello, 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 hello. Okay, it's coming through. That's good to see. 548 is close enough to 5, I think. Hmm. Um. PNG is working and is visible. My voice is audible. Is game audible? Game is audible. Okay. I'm listening to myself back in Twitch. Does my voice sound kind of scratchy? No? It sounds a little off. Whatever. Probably just that my ultimate bargain bin Dishlizzy microphone is causing some weird audio things that my brain is picking up on. Anyways, back into the game. Continue. Believe. Actually, hold on. No, the save should be right. Voice in your head. Yeah. It always sucks. The human brain was never meant to hear one's own voice from the outside, and now that our technology has enabled it, it's like every time a human being hears their voice, it's like they get imposter syndrome. Who the fuck is that? That's you, really? That's not what I sound like. When I talk, it vibrates my head. That's just some weird homunculus with my voice. I can definitely understand why early on people have just been like, that's demons. There's demons talking out of that box. The demons have my voice. I guess. Yes, there are demons talking out of that box. They want you. They want you so badly. Sort of an unhinged way to start stream, but Alright, so end of stream last time was good. We fought... What the hell? What is that? Oh right, Dominator Cloud. Fought whoever the hell that was. Raider defeated. Genocide Penny, so she's gone. I got a shit ton of money. I bulked up my military stuff, by which I mean my war resources. So I've got a whole shit ton of leather armor now. I have some Valkadas. I have not allocated them yet. That is something I should probably do. In terms of military, we need to conquer someone at some point. Obviously, it's going to be Nibar. They're freelance. They've only got 194 garrison. It could be possible for me to take them maybe this stream, depending on how training works out, depending on whether or not I can actually get enough resources that I feel comfortable at making the attempt. I probably have enough troops in terms of number. I also probably have enough troops in terms of equipment, because I can't imagine Nibar has a whole lot of military equipment, because if I look at their worth, 145k, compared to my, 8 million? 8.3 million? I can probably just stomp them. They probably don't have the resources to contest me. Still, I would like to ensure my settlement has the capacity to sustain itself in semi-perpetuity up until that point, and that means, well, no. The entire purpose of this is to actually like engage with the conquest mechanic, so saying that doesn't make sense. Right. In theory, how long is it going to take to train up the rest of these guys? Probably longer than I'd like. Let's increase the training ground limits to 30. And 20 and 20 for the archery range. This will drop our available workforce a little bit, but that should be fine. The humans and Dondorians, the humans are relatively happy. The Dondorians were on a population uptick up until recently. Or downtick up until recently. And then as the military increases, they get happier. Really could benefit from having trade reopen. I have weird situations in which I'm producing too much of a certain thing. It is impressive that we're self-sustaining. We had a big scare many streams ago that the society was just going to collapse, and we had one riot, and it's been a little touch and go, but it's been fine apart from that. Got a big old city here. Not bad. Somehow back into neutral workforce availability. Looks like humans have been immigrating. That's good. Dondorians. And not staggered out. What's the word? Leveled out. Not so many coming in anymore. Alright. Oh yeah, that was another thing that happened right at the end of last stream. Managed to level up the civilization, so we got some additional technology to play with. 75 innovation, 67 knowledge. What were some things that people have been griping at me about for time immemorial? Sacred path, who cares? You want more fish, mushrooms, and meat. You want more soldiers. I think there was something... Oh, right, bathhouses. That was something that everyone wanted, wasn't it? Stages, I have those. You want upgraded speakers and stages. You want upgraded hearths. Wells are fine for the moment. Markets, I think, are mostly just due to a lack of availability. Let's take a look. In order to get upgraded speakers, I would need to spend 100 knowledge. I do not have that. In order to get upgraded stages, I can just buy that for 40. Not that I really want to. Bathhouses, that is 110. Bastards. They'll never allow me in my bathhouses. So apart from that, is there anything that I can do that will boost my civilization's happiness levels? I can just go more into agriculture, but that seems like a waste of innovation for the moment. I could upgrade my manufacturing output. Is there any particularly new technologies that would provide a significant benefit? Woodcutters and mining, maybe. But that's all innovation-focused research. What about knowledge? I could get justice. Problem is with justice that requires diamond mines, I think. Court costs furniture and diamonds. Yep. So I would need diamonds in order to even make that in the first place. Plus, I think my law rating is actually fairly good. Yeah, I mean, people like judgment. I don't think it's necessary exactly. It only provides 1 point of fulfillment versus anything else. Can you do anything about better, faster military training? Yes, that is among the other things I can do, which would improve things. But that's still only innovation or innovation research. Oh wait, no, hold on. Well, there is some knowledge research associated with the military. Maybe. Seem to be constantly a problem since you're getting invaded constantly. Well, I mean, part of the problem was that I was picking fights I really shouldn't have taken. And getting stomped because of that. Having a larger military works. Having the wall situation is fantastic. This wall has proven itself, fending off the genocide penny. 1400 power. Second strongest thing available, or second strongest, what's it called? Raid available. So this wall can really, really hold off attackers now. So really I only need my military for attacking outwardly, which still does mean that I will need improved military. Now, I don't remember how to build catapults out in the field, which is not optimal, but it's probably fine. Defense techniques, soldiering, military. Maybe I do spend all of my innovation on military upgrades, but then I'm still left with what do I use the knowledge for? It is for second floors, which would improve my population. Oh, right. Given that we're about to have territory, we should probably hold off on knowledge usage for empire research. Because this is how I get benefits for, what's it called? Occupying territory. So I'll hold my knowledge research for the empire stuff, and then spend innovation on whatever I feel like. How do y'all like blood sport? How much of a fan are you of that? 0.43. Dondorians straight up don't like it. Or sorry, Crotonians straight up don't like it. It's only a 1 for Dondorians and humans, so that's probably a waste of innovation. Yes, innovation. I thought I said enervation for a moment. Can't hear myself think. No, can't think myself here, I guess? Brain's a weird organ. Orchard research? Probably not. Yeah, I think, honestly, military is probably the way to go. Hold left shift and click to disable this technology, blah, blah, blah. 1 more of archery prowess, 1 more of soldiering. That should increase the speed significantly. So it's going to take 64 days to fully train to 90% melee. I put 1 more in there. 25. Now it's going to take 61, so that's very, very diminishing returns on that. I'm actually going to, well, it kind of depends on whether or not I'm going to take 1 out of soldiering, put 1 in archery prowess, and then I'll spread the rest amongst food production. Food and other resources. Woodcutting, maybe woodcutter tools. Let's improve woodcutting. And mining. And general farming. And then we are going to have to wait a little bit to get the other innovation points back, because I spent them on the military research and I'm only going to recoup 25% of those. We're missing most of them. Many moments where I zone out because meds wore off, then zoning back in. You say something that makes me question if I had a stroke or not. It could be both things. Little column A, little column B. Seriously though, if you are thinking that you had a severe medical experience, see a doctor. I don't know if calling a life-threatening condition a medical experience is the right way of referring to that. Let me workshop that with my lawyer so that I don't suffer legal penalties. Let me find a lawyer welcome to cover an idiot. That's plenty of them. Zone back in when I miss. Nothing important. It's fine. Medical experience resulted in the amputation of my left testicle. Ouch. Actually, though, is this something I missed? Or is this a joke? Of course, HIPAA writes you do not have to answer that question. It's a meme. Okay. Good. Glad to hear that all testicles are present and accounted for. Truly a traumatizing thing for a man. You only need one. Yes, but I wanted two. The goal of every man in his life. Shuffle off this mortal coil with the same number of testicles as he did when he entered it. What am I talking about? This is See, this is the difference in banter you get when I've actually slept. I went to bed Friday afternoon and I woke up Saturday afternoon feeling like I'd been just run through a laundry machine. It was fantastic and terrible at the same time. This is why you don't stay up till 2 a.m. doing stupid shit. No matter what you're reading, it's not as valuable as sleep. You reading manga? Yes, I was. I was reading... I couldn't tell you what the actual name of the manga is. It was manga. Man-gay. It's like 100 things to do before I become a zombie. I heard it has an anime associated with it. Haven't watched it, haven't checked. I do enjoy the manga though. Well, no, I'm not gonna comment on where I was in it. In case anyone is interested. Spoilers being kind of shitty. Oh, I was not operating on 25 times speed. A mistake. For those not paying attention to the Mastodon site, I have decided that next stream game is going to be Lucid Blocks, which is a little upsetting because I bought that game basically when it came out when it looked weird, and now I'm seeing just like videos all over YouTube about it. I'm like, motherfucker. I could have been in. I could have been on the front lines with that experience. Could have been a hipster. I have unfortunately lived a life where I've just kind of been a hipster by default due to just not paying attention to trends. Like, you haven't heard about this? Like, no. Everything I consume, I found myself, for the most part. Trying to think of instances where that's not the case. Okay, in fairness, everything I've watched off of Crunchyroll, technically introduced by the fact that it's a communist account. it's a communal crunch. I wish there was like a menu where it would just be like, yeah, it's going to take you, with current conditions, this long to train all of your troops. Unfortunately, I will have to estimate. Well, actually, I can estimate. So let's say it takes 64 to train a troop, and then archers 72. It's not going to give me the breakdown of infantry versus archers in the soldiering section, so we're going to have to pull out the math thing again. It takes 72 days for archers and 64 days for infantry. There are 4, 8, 10 infantry divisions of 30 each, and there are 5 Crotonians, so that's 2-to-1 ratio of infantry to archers. So I'd say it takes oh man, 450 minus 312, 130, divide that by 3. 46. So we have 3 parts of 46, one trained at 64 days and one trained at 72 days. Assuming... Well, actually, no. This entire mathematical attempt is entirely null and void because it's just going to take as long as the longest time to train troop, which is the archers. Doi! Although, theoretically, maybe the archers get trained faster because they do have a higher proportion of conscript training in the archery range as opposed to infantry. Man, mathematics. Nerd! Anywho. Is there anything else I can do in the meantime? Obviously food production. That's probably something worthwhile to look into. One of which was going to be expanded mushroom farms, which those guys are just working on. I think I have a bunch of disabled cotton farms. Can I see whether or not these things are disabled in the map? Yes, I can. Red is deactivated. Alright, that cotton farm... Whoa. Man. Got a lot of deactivated farms. Why is the janitor deactivated? You need bows? Why do you need bows? What are you using cut stone for around here? Whatever, I'm just going to assume that you're actually fine. All of these opiate farms are deactivated. Have I really been flat on opiates despite the fact that I've deactivated like half of my opiate farms? That's kind of impressive. I should probably re-enable at least one of the cotton farms. Because I'm in a constant cycle of running out of cotton before the end of the year. Not that that's big of a problem because I am maintaining steady on clothing, but if I can get my clothing production up even further, then I can allocate more clothing to people to boost their happiness. Food days, obviously something to keep in mind. The easiest way of doing that is by building more farms. I have a shit ton of farms built, however. What's the... Who bought it? Ore mines. Well done. Not really. Okay. Soil. Soil quality over here is kind of... It's a little bit shit. But it could be worse. I think the moisture is the big problem. Yeah, it's a lot of black spots, but if I run irrigation through these infertile spots, then I'll still be able to grow crops there because the... Well, maybe. Maybe? What am I gonna grow there? I think the most rational answer to that is more fruit, more veggies, because I'm almost at a point that the veggies actually remain stable throughout the year. Let's do that. Let's make... This is going to be sort of expensive on the irrigation side, but that's fine. Going to run irrigation. My goodness. I'm gonna do a weird thing where I run irrigation like up through the center as opposed to the side, just so that I actually cover the dark spots. Yeah, that seems rational after a point. Whoa! Don't hold up. Then this area is going to be just horrendously not irrigated, so... Is there a more rational way of getting... Ooh, actually, no, that's... I can get irrigation to that area by digging through this mountain. And I can also build a road there, but I really need to not have planning on. Oops. Activate jobs. Also, can't help but notice that there's a weird thing happening with my water pressure. What's going on with that? $868 out of 662. Does that mean that I am under? Oh my goodness, I have not been irrigating that entire fucking area. My bad. Turn that on. Goodness gracious. Hey, maybe that contributed to some suboptimal crop productions in the southern part of the city. Oh my god, have I seriously not fucking been irrigating this entire time? Please. Water pumpers, thank you. Wait. Current not operational, make sure it's connected to water pump outlet and the connected pumps produce enough flow to reach it. It should produce enough flow to reach it. Is there something I'm missing? Is there a distance limit on water pumps? Maybe I just need to enable another one. All else fails, just add more pressure into the system. Still. I think the game was misreporting the actual output pressure. This says 150 out of 150 pressure, but it's definitely not. Weird. No one's manning it, so it couldn't be producing pressure. Either way... let's get that canal built through here. Do a little bit of goofy canal building. It's fine. This is the kind of shit you have to deal with when you very foolishly created barren land to irrigate. Which makes me realize this is not the most optimal place to place this canal. Not even like halfway optimal, it's just a bad place to put it. So going to dismantle that. I'm going to keep this canal, but I'm going to build out this one further south. There we go. Hopefully that weird canal business will result in relatively fertile land, or irrigated land, for this stupid little outcropping. Add torches so that whoever's working out here is happy. Remember, kids, always put fire right next to your crops. There are no potential negative consequences to doing so. It would be a fool to do anything else. Trust me, bro. I totally didn't get my degree paid for by my parents. Totally didn't have to actually compete in class. It's fine. I am the most honorable, respectable, trustworthy of all peoples, because I do not have melanin in my skin. \S. This is the part at which I say that I was sarcastic and this was a bit. Don't cancel me. I was in fact mocking white people, particularly rich white people. whose parents donate to the college that they go to, in which colleges are incentivized to not actually grade those students fairly, because if they do so, the amount of donations that the college will receive will drop. But that's too in line with reality. Let's go back to actually playing a video game. Now we have irrigation actually going out, and these places are no longer at like 70% moisture than 100% moisture. Cool. Hopefully the gains on that are improved. We'll get a fruit farm. And a vegetable farm. Oops. Kind of the fun part of this game. So long as the soil quality is not completely terrible, you can just run the irrigation through it, and it's fine. Now, if the soil quality is terrible, like this, not good. Cannot grow shit here. Or this, terrible. But this, it's not great, but it's like a little bit of a shit bit, surrounded by mostly good bits. Should be fine. Alright, dwarves. Something's happened to you. You're getting into brawls. I'm guessing the Cretonians are killing you again. Hey, Cretonians, is you... No, it's not Cretonian. Well, it is Cretonians, because they only like you 75% of the time, and I think the humans actually like you 100% of the time? Yeah? No, the humans only like you 75% of the time, too. Interesting. Is it... Fascinating. Stereotype dwarves, you wouldn't expect them to like other races more than the other races like them. One of the originality, or the works of originality of this game, that's not an actual cohesive thought. I'll send that back to the workshop for review. Okay, too much in the... Ugh. Livestock department. Send that off to Bless Bavaten, because they love me. Obviously get some rations in return. Like a handful. Actually, no, just give me a bunch of rations. I'll just pay the difference, that's fine. 498. Whoa. You plus 49k. Oh no, I wasn't wanting to give you rations. I wanted you to give me rations. My bad. Oh man, that return on investment is not as high as I had hoped. 11.9. 05. Barter. So, realm, diplomacy, offer. I will give you random animals, and you will give me these. I'll pay off the difference. Weirdly, tourism, saving grace. That's been my only source of income. Just random tourism. Yeah, let's see what tourists have to say about my 1-star. Let's call this bunch of mud huts a city. Hated every moment of my stay. Shame on you, Lord Donut of the Hole. My Amevian family? I'm not Amevian. There's no Amevians in my settlement. Oh, wait. I'm an Amevian priest. I talked to a Thuri. What the fuck? Praise be my Dondorian brothers. A modest place? I offer all these lavatories, but there's no manual on how to use them. That sounds like a skill issue. Eridor. Are there any 3-star ratings? Or is it just like a constant stream of 1 and 2 stars? Nah. May Kradar curse low donut of the hole and his little begotten plantation. The grain farm could use some improvement. Fuck you. I'm doing my best. Don't my best isn't good enough me. It's just rude. Wait, how am I at -12 on innovation? What happened? Hey, laboratories. Y'all good? 0.98 on hauling. You don't haul anything. And don't say commute, chat. Commuted is a different thing. Maybe some people died? Oh, you know what? It's probably the dip in labor. Maybe. It's very strange. Okay, I'm just going to increase the number of people in this laboratory by 5. Just assuming that that's what's causing the weirdness. Also got some furniture storage problems. Les Bavatin, you know what to do. Here, take my shit. Wow, you really do not like me selling you more than like a handful of furniture. What about you? No? Cordelia? There we go. You're willing to buy a whole shit ton worth. Not a whole lot of market value decrease. Now I would like some of your good in return. Thank you very much. $14 denarii difference. I don't care. It's fine. I just need additional space to store my furniture. Oh, right. Little workshop. What are you working on building? I'm having you build warhammers. I feel like I don't need that many warhammers. No, I am very much full up on warhammers, but I don't really have anything else for you to build. Maybe I just disable your production? I have more spears than I need. More shields than I need. I think I'm just going to disable your production. No, there's nothing else I want you building. I would prefer to have the available workers. Then they will go and dig into that mountain. Unfortunately, I also have a bunch of available stone. Oh yeah, my maintenance costs for metal would increase given the fact that I now have a whole shit ton of gatehouses. Let's do something about that. Increase that to 22. Let's see what the consumption rate is going to be like. Probably not high enough for it to actually send my ore and coal demand negative. Nope. Does make metal production positive though. Tools. I think you were having issues. Smithy, 13. Add one more. See where Matt gets you. You've just been in a slow decline. No, actually, you've just been kind of capped out. Are you? Increased by 1. What happens? Goes from 37 to 39. Odd, but acceptable. Metal production is still net positive. coal is still net positive, barely, or is still net positive. All right. Now, stone-wise, I have a shit ton of it. So let's start on another layer of the walls. We've got walls 1 through 3, and now we're going to add wall 4. I could probably actually figure out what the maintenance requirements are per every additional layer of the wall, just based on me not actually needing to maintain the walls themselves and the number of gatehouses scaling linearly. But I don't actually know what the maintenance cost for a single gatehouse is. I don't think it lists the decay rate anywhere. No, don't lock the gatehouse. I want to learn information about the gatehouse, not... No, just doesn't say the decay rate. It does decay, but no idea how quickly. That is what I need the metal for. Of which there should be a non-insignificant amount in storage in the small warehouse, which there is, which is good. Which reminds me, are you storing pottery? You are storing pottery. Okay. Same question, other warehouse. How about you? You are notably not storing pottery. Nor are you storing metal, which I'm guessing is because you do not have this warehouse in range. Let's give you that as a choice. Hopefully you don't decide to haul fruit. But this laboratory does not have the upgrade, so it doesn't require pottery to maintain. So that should be fine. Food days are increasing ever so slowly. Did we make it a full year without? No, we didn't. Drat. We'll get there one day. One day I'll have enough fruit and veg to actually last the year. Being said, did have a small increase. No, actually, I'm lying. We had a small decrease. That's hard to look at. How did we have a decrease? I actually got the irrigation going. Why is there less farm available now? Oh, oops. My bad. Yo, fix that. There we go. Alright. So despite the fact that this farm is on barren land, it does say moisture 100%, soil 79, so that should actually be fairly productive. And what about you? 174? Yeah, should be fine. Training is continuing to proceed apace. Bowyers are producing bows. Granted, not very quickly, but they are producing. Oh, right, there's that entire chunk of the mountain they're hollowing out, which is taking priority over constructing the wall. I'm actually gonna have y'all pause on this, just because if I don't, y'all are gonna run out of stone. Or I'm gonna run out of stone storage, rather. You made terrific headway, ladies and gentlemen. I'm gonna have to ask you to leave the mountain alone for the moment. But you did chunk out a whole shit ton of mountain. Rather impressive. Dondorians are finally above 400. That's good. Actually have population available. Well, not available. Population influx. And 100 more people to train. The archers. The archers are all mostly trained. Innovation is holding at 0. Adding those 5 researchers to the laboratory was a good idea. Man, I wish I had fucking clay. If I had that, these laboratories would be producing twice as much innovation, or I'd be using half as many scientists. Either one would be good. But unfortunately, my clay pit is not capable of sustaining such a large population of scientists. Much to my chagrin. Right, how's the cotton harvest doing? Yeah, that should last throughout the year. Might I even have a surplus of cotton harvest? Oh dear. I think the last time I did this, bad things happened. I think I ignored them and then they got disloyal. I think we're gonna loyalty boost. Sweet. It's other factions that don't like me. That's fine. I don't care about their opinions so long as they take my trade goods and shut the fuck up. It's all fine. There are no potential negative consequences of my neighbors not liking me. I will summarily ignore the warnings of the council. And proceed forward with my ill-advised plans. Right, in terms of range... God damn, I really can hit really far out on these. Not that... I don't think a 5th layer of wall will be necessary. I think 4 layers is probably enough to stymie an invasion of basically any size. Well, I shouldn't say that. If Cantors invade, I am turbo fucked, but fortunately they're not gonna try that unless I take some shit they think is theirs. And that sounds weird, but there are genuinely events where they'll just be like, hey, you found an artifact that give it to us. And then if you don't give it, they're like, alright, we're just gonna fucking show up and smack down your walls. And that is what they do. And it's terrible because they're stupidly strong. Now, I don't think I can actually even interact with them, probably because there's a free territory in the way, kind of. Man, I really need to... I need to get them. They need to fall. I can't be constrained to these mountain boonies by an idle province of a mere 2,000 and fucking no economy. 145,000. Unbearable. Soon my army will be trained. But I will not have enough leather armor. Oh yeah, that's right. Plus 64 leather armor. Yeesh. Let's add more to the tailors and more to the bowyers. Both of them use leather and hopefully fast enough to actually sort of put a dent in my leather production. Hello, bowyers? Bowyers? Holy shit, was I stuck at decay rate on leather armor? Eesh. At least bow production's gone up. I'm at about 2/3 of the requirements for bows, which means that everyone should get like a little over 3.5. Sorry, a little over 3 bows per unit. Amazing that I can produce as much food as I can and everyone's still pissy that there's not enough food available. Look, I know there's not vegetables available throughout the entire year, but also y'all haven't developed pickling technology. That's kind of your fault. Of course you can't preserve fruits and vegetables. You throw them in a crate in a warehouse and then you just leave them there. And the warehouses are full of lanterns. Is there not a tech for food preservation? Kind of. I mean, there's a tech for, oh, where is it? It's like... It's not, it's decay rate, it's spoilage, that's what it is. So it increases your conservation rating, but it's really far in the tech tree. 2, it applies to everything, not just food. Everything has a decay rate. It's kind of annoying, to be perfectly honest. Like opiates, decay is minus 10% per year while stored. So I can't just constantly accumulate resources. Well, I can do that, but there's a limit. So I think at some point I made a comment about machinery, and machinery, I had like a limit to how many catapults I could sustain based on my maximum mechanic output versus maintenance and decay. And I'm pretty much there. Like, I think I might be able to make maybe 1 more catapult, and then maintenance requirement would outpace my production and I'd just slowly lose machinery stock. Actually, we can count that. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 catapults producing a maintenance requirement of 3.19. So that means the per catapult requirement is 3.19 divided by 19. 0.0 or 0.167897. It's an infinitely repeating decimal, so it's probably a fraction of some kind that's not getting represented on the calculator. But if I'm saying that my maximum production is what was it, 3.90? So 3.90 divided by 19. Wait, hold on. No. That's not how that math works. The 3.90 divided by 0.016789 blah blah blah. No, not 0.0, just 0.1. 16789. I'd be able to sustain 23 catapults, so I could add 4 more to my walls. Man, all of these bots asking me to buy viewers on Streamboo makes me want to just look at Streamboo for the lulz, but I also want absolutely nothing to do with their website in my search history. Just on the off chance that they're just like, oh, the streamer looked at our shit. Spam, 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 spam. Don't, especially on stream. Yeah, I'm not going to. Yeah, if I bought viewers, I'd have more viewers than I currently do. That being said, now that I think about it, all of these accounts that they're creating specifically for the purposes of increasing viewership, or not increasing viewership, all these accounts that they're creating specifically for the purpose of advertising, does also indicate their capacity to just generate accounts on repeat. So there is a little bit of weird advertising for the capacity of their services inherent with their advertising method. This isn't me condoning their behavior, this is me acknowledging I guess the technical viability of their service. Respecting the marketing strategy. No, I don't really respect the marketing strategy so much as I respect that well, actually, no, I guess I do respect the marketing strategy in that the marketing strategy conveys the ability, or the marketing strategy inherently conveys the ability to deliver on the proposed service. It's a very, very odd topic for a stream. Thank you, Streamboo advertising bots for delivering content without actually me having to pay for anything. I will continue to milk your advertisements for all they're worth. How is the military coming along? I really just don't have some people in training at the moment. And my workforce availability is just sort of idling around neutral, so I can't really increase the number of training conscripts at the moment. Oh yeah, how is everyone skinny dipping access? What a deranged sentence. 93%, okay. It's nice living along a river. And also having these gaps in between the fisheries and the farms means that people can actually use that area for skinny dipping, because I don't think they can skinny dip in fishery areas. I think they're expressly disallowed. Oh, nope, never mind. Call me a liar. There was a dude skinny dipping in the fishery. Hey bro, the fish are supposed to be there. You're gonna get a hook up your ass, you keep doing that. Yeah, that's right, run away. This fish had a little extra salt. Ew, gross. Yuck. Crotonian Hey yo, why this Crotonian all caked up? Just flipped on his belly, dangling his bait in the water, so to speak. What are you doing? Fishing with my rod. Built-in fishing reel? I mean, it's not exactly a reel. It's just a rod. I mean, unless your your efflusia is so gummy that it maintains a string as it expels from the tip. Nope. That thought can... nope. That thought can end right there. You know the little, like, gummy hand things? Where it's just like... you pull it back and you let go of the hand and it just sticks to things. I don't know. Maybe Crotonians are equipped with that kind of feature. I don't know what they're like. I mean, presumably they're a race based off of well, I mean they're not even really piggish. Now that I'm looking at them, they're definitely like pink, but they don't have like the massively upturned nose. They're orcs, but they're not pig orcs. They're more like Warhammer orcs. Not Warhammer. Shit, what's it called? World of Warcraft orcs. In terms of their appearance. That being said, I didn't play World of Warcraft, so I don't know whether or not the orcs in that setting... If it's curved, you should see your doctor. What do you mean if it's curved, you should see your doctor? I'll have you know. The doctor made no comment on the curvature. I'm perfectly healthy. It's normal. Looking like a question mark isn't normal? See, normal is subjective. The floating testicle is what gets... What do you mean? Oh, right, the testicle that's just kind of disconnected inside of your scrotum. That's a truly unfortunate condition, because it's just like, the doctor's like, yeah, well, I mean, it's just kind of floating in there. Like, it's not necrotic, it's just sort of disconnected. Like, the tube through which the product flows ain't doing nothing. Cloud-based service. All right, outer wall, it's going. I really don't think I'll need a 5th layer of wall. Honestly, 4 layers might be gratuitous. That being said, I can't actually hit most of the inside area with the catapults on the first wall, so having the 3 outer walls is probably good. $15.99 a month, and you too can store your semen in the cloud. I mean, do you think that there's a future in which people are able to like 3D print cells, and then there would be like an online store where you can buy semen genome, but some people, they just sort of pirate it? Like, you wouldn't pirate a sperm. You can 3D print it now. We can't 3D print cells. We can 3D print cellular matrices. Individual cells is still outside of our capacity. Like, I know what you're talking about. We're not 3D printing cells themselves. Like, you can't just be like, I want the cell wall to have a dodecahedral shape, and then just print a dodecahedral cell membrane. It don't work like that. I don't know why you would want to do that. Unless it's just like an ongoing meme with the competition of having progressively stranger D20s. My D20 is 20 inches wide and made of solid tungsten. Oh yeah? My D20 is made out of a stem cell of your dead grandfather. Get on my level. You wouldn't believe how much I had to dig to get a sample. They put him like 8 feet down. They didn't want him getting out. Bad man. I don't know why, I'm just sort of flying around my settlement. Just sort of taking in the anthill, as it were. More or less just kind of waiting for the outside wall to get finished so that I can... Oh, you think it's actually the increase in military that's causing the Dondorian, like, appreciation to rise? I mean, a little bit. It's liked by your plebeians. Only 0.09% of melee training. That's 16% of military. Oh, wait, is that 16% of the population is military? What is my population right now? 2.21k. Can you get more specific than that, please? No, you can't. All right. We'll say 2,220, and then 380. 380 divided by 2220. 380 divided by 2220 is about 17%. So, if I'm looking at the army, maybe it's whatever those last digits are in the total population that's causing it to round differently. So it looks like they want like 20% of the population to be trained military. 20 or 25. It's fine, I guess, but... I guess it's also a relatively... Oh, it literally says to reach max fulfillment you need to be 25%. See, the power of reading is the path to enlightenment. And if you don't read, you don't learn. Ugh. Reach fulfillment needs to be 12%. Has that been there this entire time? So it's like flower beds. I need 12% coverage in order to reach 1.5 fulfillment. That's so much easier a metric to interpret now that I've read that small piece of information, because that means I can actually comprehend things. To reach max fulfillment, you need to be 100%. Yes, but 100% is a factor of access, quality, and upgrade. I don't have chair upgrades because why would I? I could buy chair upgrades when I'm once again saving it for Empire. Okay. Oh, that's right. Once that I actually develop or get an army out in the map, then I'll have to actually defend it. Okay, so this warehouse. It needs to be storing predominantly military equipment. It's also storing stone. I feel like it shouldn't be storing stone, but it should be storing stone in the context of it being right next to the masonry and the masonry needing stone, but I should also have something else storing stone so that I have an actual amount of stone storage in conjunction with a masonry. Let's make a stupid little warehouse here that just holds exclusively stone. I foresee no negative consequences to this decision. Everything will be fine. I promise. Cross my heart. Yes, making it out of stone is extraordinarily appropriate, so that is what I will do. I could also use that to store the products of everything else in the area, because from making clothing, I don't need to be storing it in here. I think this is where I'm currently storing the clothing. Yeah, I could be storing clothing and not that. Ooh, that's at 1490. Ooh, that means people are hauling clothing from very far away. Probably contributing to an increase in whatever the heck the employees of the warehouses are called. They're called what? Delivery men. Probably have too many of them because of that. Once again, too much pottery. Y'all gonna build a warehouse or y'all building a wall? Y'all building a wall. I don't mind you building the wall. The wall is good. Every layer of wall results in hundreds of more enemy kills. I don't know if this warehouse needs to store wood. 132 of 154. Let's increase that by 2. Increase that by 2. Because I'm going to need more of both. Same with leather armor. The little warehouse is almost done. Let's get you upgraded. And storing stone. And I guess a little bit in clothes. With all of that available, oh right, auto-employ. Always important to remember. I can cut down on the stone storage in here so that if I ever need to increase my military hardware storage once again, I can just do that. And with that storage increase applied, let's re-enable the carpenters, and then we'll have you produce more shields. Then I can... You know what? I have a bunch of pretty much fully trained units. Wait a minute. No, they're not fully trained in the fucking slightest. A near constant 34 average on archers? What's going on? Well, they do take longer to train, I guess. I wonder if it's that they're taking so long to train. That the actual training is degraded. Actually, I don't know whether or not training still degrades. Because it used to be that training did degrade. I don't know. Many things have changed. I'm just going to assume that it doesn't. And I'll pretend to myself. See, I don't know how that math works. Deployable, 15 out of 30. 0 out of 15 recruits. 89% trained. But there's just, like, no one else in the unit. What's going on with that? Deployable, 7 of 30. 59% trained. Ah, there's something weird about this math. You know what? Fuck it. I'm just going to increase the number of people that can train here. Boost to 40. Yes, yes, it'll decrease my available workforce, but you know what? Fuck it. You know what my response to that is? 1,300 Kryptonians. 600 humans. 600 Dondorians for whenever they feel like actually increasing the population. That's what my response to that is. Oh yeah, I also am reminded of the fact that I can upgrade my houses if I am so inclined. What does an upgrade cost? Furniture and cut stone. I'm not entirely sure I'm comfortable with contributing that much cut stone at the moment. Kind of already spending a lot on maintenance, and I don't even know what I'm maintaining. $80.40. Boost these up to 45. There. Now I can have a grand total of 130 conscripts in training at any given point. That should hopefully make people a little bit more happy, as well as... And I need to go and trade off my excess. What are they called again? Livestock. Give me money? Yeah. Give me money. I could have just traded that directly for rations, but I didn't because I'm silly. 81,600, 620. Accept. Alico. Demand. Give me your rations, please. I will give you some fine, random, assorted livestock in return, and I'll pay off the difference in cold hard cash. 741. My pottery is also almost full, but I don't care. So there's that. Humans, what is... You want more torches, you want more furniture, you want more clothes. I'm actually working on the clothes situation, believe it or not, ladies and gentlemen. JDs and gentlemen. Holy shit, I'm positive on fabric for the first time in years. Incredible. It's probably great for the hospital. Isn't that right, hospital? You actually have resources in order to treat patients. That should improve your health rating. 2.41. Physician availability 3.9. 3.59. Food is fine. Wells is okay. Laboratories are okay. Hospitals is not a factor. Interesting. Services. Speaker access is high, quality is low, food stall access is high, quality is okay. I have no bathhouses. Wells, access high, quality mid, physician. Physician access is going down. Noted. Where are all of my physicians at? That's not a physician, that's a hospital. Physician 1 is there. Middle of the city. Physician 2 is on the left. Physician 2 is on the right. Seems like Physician 1 is getting pretty hammered, but... Oh, right. There's no physician down at the bottom of the... Okay, yeah, no, it makes sense. Y'all should have a physician. I'll just make it a single large physician in the event that I ever expand this place. Because it doesn't require much for maintenance, I don't think. Oh, no, it does require cut stone furniture. Cut stone furniture. Then you can draw from someone who has cut stone and furniture. You do not. You have cut stone but not furniture. We'll figure it out. Where am I storing furniture? Nowhere. Am I losing my mind? Am I only storing furniture here? That can't be the case. I have over 4,000 furniture in storage, and this place only accounts for 600. Where's the rest of my furniture? Weird. Okay. Guess you're drawing from warehouse 1? And now you can have a physician, and I will make it not as large as I was planning. Make it one smaller than that, so that the walls aren't... No, make it one smaller than that, so that the walls aren't needing more production, and then work spaces. Red waters, boosts fisheries, piety. Yeah, okay. I don't know if I can get away with more than that. Maybe. I think I might be able to get it with 2 sizes. Yeah. That's an extraordinarily goofy way of building this building. But if it works... Oh, you know, maybe. Hold on. But you there. You there. You can't go there, but you can go there and there. Damn, I'm good. Sometimes it's just about making goofy builds that work. My population falling. Technically. Man, it's terrible to think that I have over 99 deranged. Well, not. Yep, over 99 deranged people. Turns out the scale caps out at 99. Only 99 deranged people in your settlement? I have 112. Crazy is my middle name. Crazy? I was crazy once. All right, slaver. I do in fact need to kind of get rid of some slaves. Because I have accumulated 81 of them. Why do I have all of these Talapi slaves? I have no Talapi population. Get rid of them, I guess? Then we'll see if people immigrate a little bit more. Oh, wait a minute. Do slaves not count towards your total population? I don't think they do. They count towards your workforce, but not your population. Interesting. Alright. Let's increase the immigrant capacity for Cretonians to 330. Oh, no, 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 not 1650. 1350. Thank you. I just want to get rid of some additional... Hello? There we go. Many Cretonians? 26. That's not fantastic, but it will make people more happy. So there we go. Population. There are no longer any slaves. Hooray. Become happy. I really need to make people slaves less often. Wait, no, that's the wrong one. There we go. 70-30. Why was the target rate 50-50 before, but the actual rate was 91-50? 91-50. How does that work? How do I have over 100% on the rate of a particular punishment? That's a cumulative 130%. Explain. Also, I decreased the rate of enslave. Why is the rate going up? I'm confused. Very odd. Okay, we're finally getting some training up and running. I have too much pot. Oh, right. How's the wall going? Yes! Wait. Weird gap. Fill that in. Anything else wrong with the walls? That part is decayed looking. Hello? Part not decayed? No, it is very much decayed and it's not getting maintained. Is the janitor Near the military district, not able to sustain maintenance there. Because if that's the case, I'm going to have to make another weird little janitor area. I think I'm going to have to make another weird little janitor area. That's fine. I have the little township here. Just going to copy paste that. And away we go. You're going to get placed fairly obviously in the suspected location. I don't want to destroy too much of the... You have definitely come here at a time that is inconvenient for the both of us, I would say. But I am also willing to absolutely annihilate you. Who are you? Bullseye Jag. I feel like I've seen you before. I feel like I gave you money once. And this is how you repay me. Little bug bastard. Bullseye Jag. A mere 700k denarii. 432 soldiers. And he thinks he's a challenge. Alright, first off, let's get these roads built, because I'm going to need them built. Activate that job as well. Now, all the torch placements. Alright. The outer wall is fully constructed apart from that one bit, so that's good. Oh, no, the one bit got filled in. Alright, so the outer wall is fully constructed, so we have 4 layers of defensive walls. I'm gonna watch another hour of lecture today. Very down. Okay. Enjoy the medical knowledge seeping into your gray matter. Haven't written one since we last met. Brood tribute. Had one of my Crotonian slaves put together a list for you, chieftain. Where that all you want is money, rations, and leather armor. I mean, it's a relatively down-to-earth request, but you could, like, request, I don't know, weapons, tools, clothing, maybe some furniture. Any other type of food. Y'all, like, I don't remember what your race's name is. Garthemi's like other kinds of food, right? Yeah, you like meat and fish. Y'all aren't requesting any meat and fish? I know I don't have much. You can still request some. I mean, I'm also not going to let you into my city. I'm absolutely going to run your fucking fade, make no mistake. And I'm going to let the timer time out because it's funnier to just let you not get any response to a letter at all, show up to my walls, and then just get pelted to death by an aggressive number of catapults. It's still insane to me to think about the colossally excessive number of catapults that I could potentially put up on this wall. I find it very amusing, because I'm already able to take out armies 400 strong with the, like, maybe a seventh of the total catapults that I can actually put on. No, Barbarian, you don't understand. You are no inconsequential. I couldn't be bothered to look at your handwriting. What you do not give willingly, we regret to inform you, we must take by force. Yeah, you're gonna try. That's... gathered west of the city. 432 soldiers. Invasion. Okay. So here's the thing I want to do. I want to actually kind of gauge the effective might of my current army, but I also don't want to actually fight them. So let's just take a look. Ugh. Bullseye Jag. Leather armor archers. Heavy armor falcata archers. Heavy armor falcata archers. I kind of wonder whether or not my soldiers could just, like, bowl them over. Mano a mano. 15, 14. What the fuck is up with my Dondos and just not having any troops? I am going to gauge the strength of my military, so I am going to modify these guys, pop a save, send them out to fight, just to see how they do, and then I'm going to go back and actually defend my city with my catapults. I just want to see how my army can do. Alright, I think that's all I can really... Yeah, 600. Okay. Save. Call this bitch save. Overwrite. Confirm. Now let's see how the army can do currently on the field of battle versus an technically outnumbered opponent. Attack. Bear in mind that regardless of the outcome, win or lose, I am reverting the save. Because it takes years to train those troops, and I'll be fucked if I lose them to some fuck-ass raider that I could have easily annihilated. Just... What is this weird little symmetry you've got going? It's kind of cute. Why are you all symmetrical and shit? I'm not knocking it, I just think it's funny. Like, we've got a center of the Dondorian shieldmen, they're surrounded by the Crotonian shieldmen, those are surrounded by the archers, and they are flanked by the Crotonian horsemen. It's interesting. Okay, I'm gonna be honest, that is a gigantic block of fucking troops. They're all archers, so I guess I'm just gonna kind of bum rush them? And the most rational way of doing that is obviously just to sort of... Where are you? There you are. Just set you up there, and I'm gonna put all of my archers over here. Oh, I should probably have you all in loose formations so that you are not getting completely hammered by archers as you're approaching, and then once you get close, then you can go back into tight formation. Learning my lesson. Right, start. Have you just fucking go for it. You're just gonna fire at that unit. No, the archers are getting shot, or the horses are getting shot at. Let's bring the archers up closer to the front. I am kind of unnerved by the degree that those horsemen are getting pelted the shit out of, particularly since they're going to be there ahead of everyone else. So they'll just kind of have to stand there and take it for a bit. Maybe I can get y'all to two-time it. Two-time it is not the right word. Double time. God damn! Tight formation. Tight formation. Oops. Hold on. You. Tight formation. Y'all are in tight formation. Guard, tight formation. Now, archers, you're going to be in the unenviable position of having to get behind all of this nonsense. But I believe in you. Horsemen, you got the absolute shit kicked out of you, but it's fine. go do your worst. Right, archers, I'm really gonna need you to kind of hustle your asses. Just a little bit. How are the enemy armies doing? They're not really losing out on troops very much. Oh, wait. No, they're kind of getting hit a little bit. Right, archers don't need to be that far back. This far back will probably work. And then you can lay into the big group of guys. Right. Say flank's compromised, but like not really though. Right. See how the battle progresses. Lost an entire unit of horsemen to me basically not paying attention, which sucks. This division is really severely out of position. I feel like if I move them, they're just gonna get fucking annihilated. So, unfortunately, y'all are just gonna have to like stand there and sort of take the beating. Your morale is slowly falling, but not completely gone. Oh yeah, you're getting routed. Goodbye. Enemies are also falling though. It's not all bad. Enemy main unit is probably taking the most damage out of any of the units. Probably because they're getting focused on by the archers. Now the two other enemy units, they are just fucking in tight defense. Right. Enemy main unit routed. Means it is now time to stack up. On the other enemy units, these archers can now fire at these guys. Not just you. Ooh, big hits. Oh, man, actually forming this like really tight encirclement is kind of doing work. They're just getting lit up from the outside of the U. Trying to push forward, it's not really working. Right. I'm gonna situate my archers more directly behind them. And they're trying to push the line through. It's not going so well though. Mostly just getting lit the fuck up. Right, I'm gonna have you go around to the side and actually bulk up the rear. Horsemen. Sort of same situation to you. I'm gonna have you be mass behind the main unit. Keep them from pushing. Oh man, the archers are doing good work. They're not particularly well trained. I mean, 50, 40, 30, 35, 30. But I think just having the extreme mass of archers works out. The enemy's morale is not great. They're about to break. They're at negative. Yep, they're routing. Oh yeah. Now the archers can focus on the other unit. Whoa, what are you doing? You're out of arrows. You can just you can just hang back. You don't need to be pushing them. I'd very much rather you didn't do that. Alright, we're just gonna keep going until the archers run out of arrows or these guys break, which is probably gonna be the thing that happens first. Yep. And just like that. So my army can actually take an enemy army. I lost 2 units. That was mostly to the misplays on my part. The horses because they were getting sent up and just fucking decimated by the archers because of, obviously. And then Division 4 because they got 14. You should be Credo Shield 4. Wrong. Credo Shield 4 because they got pinched between the enemy lines. They lasted a surprisingly long time though. Alright, so reload save. And let's take those guys at the walls. No. Load, bitch save. Just as a nice little palate cleanser to display it how thoroughly fucked the enemies are when they have to deal with my walls, as opposed to my troops. Where are they coming in from? They're coming in from the west, so they're gonna be hitting, like, all this, probably. Don't even need the army, we've learned this. Artillery, y'all muster, you. Could you stop randomly saving? Thank you. Not you. Yes, you. Yes, you. All muster. And then I think the last ones are these 2 on the corner? Yep. Alright. Everyone else is further down the line. I'm gonna sneeze in a moment, so be forewarned. I know it said last stream, which no one was there for, that, oh, enemies started bombarding us. Cool, good for them. Where are they bombarding in through? Oh man, it'd be really funny if they were just, like, solidly in the center of the mountain. But no, they are not. Come on, get my boys up on the walls. Enemies are deploying their troops. Good for them. They're gonna very swiftly regret their life choices. Right, where are you going towards? Also, where is your main troop? I don't want to deal with that bullshit again. Alright. You. I guess we're gonna wait until that little weird scouting troop gets to this area, and then we're gonna hit it. Now, you can just straight up start hitting the main unit because you. What do you mean you're out of range? Oh, you are out of range. Don't worry, that'll change shortly. Hit him. You can hit him too. You can probably hit him 3. Oh, they've got a little bit of a weird stack going there. Oh, they got some troops teleported through the wall, so their entire, like, area is screwed up. That's fine. I'm gonna shoot. Also, what are you shooting at? Can't shoot at that, but you can shoot at that. This one can probably also hit this shortly. Oh dear. There we go. So now it's just a slow burn to them all dying. Unless my fucking weird ass wall setup has decided that they are not going to be able to see the enemy unit anymore. That's annoying. Y'all, fire at the target, please. No, don't fire into the random direction of wherever the fuck that is. Enemy units, please. You too. Now, who else is disobeying orders? You 3. What do you mean out of range? Oh. That's what you mean by out of range. Yeah, well, you're out of range of everything. Y'all just... I don't think you can reach. No, you can't. But you can hit those guys. And you. You are definitely capable of hitting this unit. Oh, yeah. Excellent to see. What? Y'all don't get to do that. That's bullshit. Just running to a different area? To avoid my wrath? Unacceptable. I can't hit you yet, but I will be able to. Alright, is there anyone else that was supposedly bombarding that area? No. Well, actually, you. Am I gonna need to set up my other catapult? I don't think this catapult can hit. No, it can. Alright. This is extraordinarily annoying every time the fucking catapults lose their line of sight in the entire fucking... That is an annoying part about the catapults. They're very strong, but they also just kind of ignore your targeting sometimes. Yes, fire at unit. You, whoever you are, fire at unit. Trajectory blocked by terrain. Sure. Who are you? I'm gonna have you bombard that area. No, I'm gonna have you bombard this area. Excuse me while I micro all of my fucking catapults. It's like they get a shot off and then I have to reset them. Ooh, Jesus, don't spill water all over me. Inadvisable. Come on. Show the next big hit. Get him. You fucking missed, brother. You didn't. Well done. Now the real killer is morale. Because they're just going to keep taking losses. They're not going to get any kills, and they're going to be like, shit. Speed things up a little bit. Pay attention to whether or not my targeting from my catapults goes bye-bye. Are these guys getting hit? These guys are absolutely getting hit. All right. Oh, yeah. Morale's going down. And for the low cost of some stone and the rather high cost of machinery, you do get some rather impressive defenses. I won't say impregnable because they can absolutely be impregnated. Believe me, I've got dwarves in my city. They have definitely tried with those walls. Alright. They're all very low morale. These guys are at 0.6. They're going to start routing soon. Submissive and breedable walls. Yeah. They call my city the mountain. Actually, it's appropriate that my walls are box-shaped because I called this place Boxonia. They're not even going to make it through the first layer of walls. That's... They're routing. Goodbye. Goodbye. Next. Oh, right. I need to actually, like, confirm that all of the things that could be targeting guys are targeting guys. You are not. Refocus on that unit. You cannot hit anything. Alright. Get them, boys. Oh, they actually made it through a layer of wall. That's impressive. They did good. Now what about walls 3 through 1? I think I can disband these two. I think they're just going to confuse me if those guys stay there. If I need to, I can remuster them. Oh! Missed their main unit breaking. Colossal L. These guys are moving down to another section of wall. Interesting. Right, we're gonna get some annoying trajectory blocked by terrain. This is so very not the time, guys. 2 deaths, I don't care. They're rather intelligently sort of doing weird rat motions in order to avoid getting targeted. Could you target the fucking enemy, brother? Brother! What the fuck? Just highlight all of them. What the fuck is going on? Just bombard the area. Fuck them. I don't know what they're doing. Hello, catapults? Y'all gonna light them up or anything? You're just gonna keep hitting walls and shit. Yeah? What the fuck is going on? I feel like my Catapults keep missing. Only one of these catapults can actually hit the enemy unit at the moment. I'm gonna set you by the wall. Wait, what the fuck? Guys. You hit that spot behind the wall and the rest of you focus on other things. And they broken. Partly. Alright. 52 survivors can be turned into prisoners. Sure. And that's that. Behold the glory of the walls. Now I just need to repair them? Thanks. Lots of denarii. Ooh, y'all actually made it through an intermediary layer. Actually, I think my own catapult probably put that dent in the wall. Oops. It's fine. Look at all that money. Hey, guess what? Y'all are going into bondage. I mean, at some point? Y'all are gonna help me reestablish, I don't know, whatever sort of odd situationship I was having with the rest of my civilization. Everyone happy? We recently got a big military boost. Yes, maybe, possibly. No? Yep, we got a prowess increase. That's good. All from the walls. Ladies and gentlemen, praise the walls. Lovingly crafted by our head chef, me. After much confusion about how the fuck these things work. Oh, right. You should have a fairly wide range in order to cover the wall. Yeah, there we go. Now you can go pick up all the gear they dropped. When did I get more Falcata? Oh, that was from the fighting. I think. Maybe. But it doesn't say. I'm gonna judge based off of the weird little influx from the past 2 days that the increase in stock of various things probably due to the invading army. Call it a hunch. Oh my, do I not have available housing? That's unfortunate. Where shall we make some available housing? Let's dig into another mountain. Also, probably limit the output on the stone mine at the moment because otherwise I'm just gonna get absolutely completely saturated on stone. Come on. Reduce to 15, thank you. Now you have a net negative, that's good. That'll cover for the weird, massive influx that we're going to be dealing with. Oh, man. It occurs to me that with the sheer number of Garthemes that just invaded, that they'll all have just a fuck ton of arms and armor to give me. Oh, yeah. 340 up to 530, that's a lot of armor. Delicious bounty. Nice little boost. Oh, right. I need to actually spend my money before inflation causes it to be worth nothing. Bless Bavatin. Guess what? I have fat stacks of cash. Give me shit. What kind of shit do I want from you? Can I get some plate armor? Yeah, just, well, not that much plate armor. We'll go up to 2,000 per item and then pay that off. 119, 907. Olico. Your armor is already massively overpriced. Cordelia. Do 70 pieces. What? You want 143,000 for 72 pieces? Y'all. Les Bavatin is my god darn friend. It's a shame that I'm going to have to invade them at some point. But on the other hand, they've clearly got the riches to support me colonizing them. Why shouldn't I? I want their shit. My army is bigger. That's simply the East India Company way. This is a PSA. Please do not invade other sovereign nations. It is tended to look down upon. 119. Or not? 39. 919. Bring you up to 2,000 as well. You're gonna stiff me for a shit ton of money, but that's fine. 581. I got 600k left. I just bought a shit ton of armor. Bless Vavatin. Actually, if you could front me some more leather armor, maybe. Actually, I don't think I need leather armor. I think what I need from you is rations. Just like kind of all the rations. Give me 4,000 rations. Don't give me 4,000 rations. That's horrifically cost prohibitive. I'll take up to 100 per item of rations. Pay that off. Whoa, I typed in the wrong number. 570. We'll go down the list once again. Demand. Give me your shit. Much obliged. 89217. Cordelia, demand. Give me your goods. 1 for 1. 943. It's a weird game I have to play with a value because if I just click barter, it's going to bring in things that are not denarii. Woo! Diganval. You straight up do not have a lot of rations. Demand, resource. You just don't want to sell me any. 3. Sure. 4 denarii difference, that's fine. Aircraft. Will actually sell me quite a few. I don't actually have that much money, though. Resources. Say 1,500? Yeah. And 142,000, 158. Okay. That should be a metric fuck ton of plate armor and rations. So hopefully our food days increase by a lot. As well as our plate armor availability, which means that I should be able to assign my Dondorians the heavy plate armor, keep the Crotonians with leather armor and spears. My Dondorians will be the heavy armor badasses. with the Crotonians being the rank-and-file infantry. I can't wait to see the massive influx of plate armor. Please let it be so. Please make it happen. I want to see it. I want to see it. Oh. Don't tease me like this. Bring it in. There's the trade ship. Wait, no, that has... Oh no, I missed it. Damn it. Oh, there it is. Boosting slightly. 679, that means I can actually equip people. This is what's nice about raids, is if you can beat them, you just get so much shit. It's very nice. Look at that. Four fully plate armored Dondorian units. Beautiful. That actually means that I have enough leather armor. Now everyone else is fully equipped. I have a fully equipped army. It's been a long time. It's been like 4+ streams. I don't know, actually. When was the last time my army wasn't dog tier? Like, I've got a solid 400 troops now. And to think there's an hour left in stream. Maybe I take them out for a spin. Rondo shield number 4. You need to have the actual shield insignia, buddy. Sorry, you have to conform. It's not optional. Wait a minute. I just had a stupid realization. You don't care about how trained the army is, you care about the size. So could I just have a bunch of very shittily trained soldiers in order to maximize the army size? I mean, Dondorians care about the melee training. Humans don't, Crotonians don't, they just care that the army is big. Can I just make that stat go up just by creating a bunch of, like, throwaway units? Hey, Crotonians. We're gonna do something really weird. I'm just gonna make 100 of you, give you like 10% melee training. Gonna take you a year each. And then you're just gonna get nothing. Credo chaff. 1. Nobody judge me. Not my fault, it's theirs. And hopefully that just increases the satisfaction for my army size. Sure, they're not, like, useful in combat. I mean, maybe at some point in the future when I'm very wealthy, I can just sort of, like, throw a shit ton of light armor on them. And then just have them... Oh! Actually, maybe they're not useless. If I do that U formation, I can use those Crotonians as mass at the back of the formation to prevent the enemy from pushing through. It's actually not a terrible idea. That being said, in order to maximize their mass, I don't know if... Can I add Warhammers to them to increase their mass? No, that doesn't decrease their speed. What is going to increase their speed? Or their... increase... increase their mass. Now that I think about it, I'm not sure if mass is an actual stat. Here's damage, force. Maybe force is the stat? Amplifies the attack. Force also creates knockback that can disrupt enemy formations. Okay. So if that's the case, I actually want them to have fairly high force. Which means... yeah. Except, now I just need to make more Warhammers, and that's fine. I have the ability to do that. You, Warhammers, now. Obviously none of them are in training yet. Oh no, there are some in training. They are, however, occupying slots that I don't want them to occupy. So we're gonna take their training down to 10. Y'all get 10 days worth of training before you get thrown into the meat grinder. Sorry. I wonder how phenomenally wealthy you'd have to be in this game to just raise a ridiculously large army of untrained people and then just send them out to just fucking brutalize your opponents purely through force of industry. Like, it doesn't matter what their training is, you're just able to throw like full plate in whatever configuration on them. Oh, I didn't realize that war beasts decrease defense. Need to have insane trade output, probably. Creates a massive amount of weight, though. These species. Kryptonians have more force based on species. Their configuration gives them plus 25, which I'm guessing means the Warhammers. Anything else increase force? No, plate armor increases force block. Leather armor increases not force. Maybe melee training increases force? Melee training does increase force. I don't actually want to use my training slots to train these guys, though. I just kind of want them to be... they're like a doorstop. I don't know how else to describe them. Father, what is my purpose? You stand behind the real troops and just, like, keep them from being pushed backwards. I wonder if that works. I hope that works. If it does work, that'll be really funny. I mean, I tried it in that last fight with the Kryptonians on the sides that were sort of just not really able to engage with the enemy, and it seemed to prevent the troops up front from being pushed back, though that could have just been, like... actually, I don't know what else that would have been. Maybe the mass is a good idea. Okay. I feel like it's time. Time to make another attempt at Conquest. I'm gonna bitch save again. Purely because I don't know how this works. If I remember, BlazeCat, many streams ago, said that the way to do it is to take your army, set them up to siege the enemy, and then just wait for a very long time. Raiding is a bad idea. Firstly, you get a bunch of slaves, and then everyone's happiness drops, and then your food days go down. And then everything bad that can happen does happen. let's try. Army. Create an army. Have troops. City troops join this army. Recruit. No? No conscripts. Mercenaries. Mercenaries? Oh, mercenaries. Huh. I mean, I don't have the money to support these guys, so that's not happening. We'll take... Yeah, 3 units Grenadier Shieldmen, 2 units of Dondorians, 1 unit of Krino Bows, 3 units of Archers, and 1 unit of Horsemen. That's... math is difficult. 9 times 30, so 270 troops. Versus Nibar's 190. Hopefully waiting and barricading them results in positive outcomes. Confirm. What does the other button do? When toggles, have soldiers leave for armies on the world map, even if they haven't reached their training target. Yes. They're gonna need a bunch of shit, that's fine. They'll need to get stocked up on all of their goods. Gee, I wish I was out in the army. The army wasn't really bad at all. 3 meals a day for which you didn't pay. Uniforms for winter, spring, and fall. Shout out to anyone who gets that reference. Rating. Absolutely do not, under any circumstance, fucking press that button. Right. The army. I guess we just click besiege? Maybe? If I remember right, it's you click besiege and then click wait. Don't click raid. Click wait. What does auto mean? Auto resolve battle. Result will be annihilation. You will lose all of your men and inflict 19 casualties. Let's wait. Now, hopefully, my economy is capable of keeping my army supplied. Which reminds me, while my army is deployed, I should get an influx of citizens. What? Some of our armies are low on crucial supplies. This can be due to supplies being cut off from your capital, poor production, or supply depot problems. Not supplied armies will desert. What are you poorly supplied on? Exactly? I'm confused. Is that supply issues then gonna go away? No? I mean, the morale is high. Is it just that they're in winter or something? They have adequate clothing. Do I need to, like, enable my supply depot or something? I don't know what's going on. Y'all are doing weird shit. Shipments. Okay, you are shipping things to them. I wonder if they're just, like, slightly too large for my supply depot to handle. I think they should be fine, though. Oh, interesting. Ships that were bound for Nibar passed right on through. Hmm. I don't think anything bad is happening? We besieged Nibar for 3 days. Holy shit, Nibar's garrison got absolutely fucking demolished. What is going on? I feel like essential supplies have not been delivered to our army, affecting health. Low health will stop training of new recruits and cause deaths and desertion. Fill up our military depots and fortify the army immediately. Affected army, Army 1. I don't think that the problem that you're claiming is actually a problem. Morale is at 122%. They have food. What is your actual issue? I'm very confused. You seem to be supplied on everything. Is it rations? I increased your supply to like 1,200. What the fuck? What? I think I fucked something up. How is it saying that I have 1.1 million rations stored? Did I do something? Was that a debug menu option? Oopsie skadoodles? Wait, actually, we have a way of finding out whether or not that's actually what. That was definitely a debug menu option. Why is it setting in increments of fucking millions? 1. There, you have 1,000 stored. Oopsies? Okay, so I might have accidentally made it so that I have fucking 65,000 rations inbound. That's not what I thought that would do. Also, why do you say that you're in poor fucking... You have high morale. Why do you say you have negative 400? I don't understand what the fuck this game is talking about. Negative 4 days of supply, despite the fact that I have 141 stored. What are you talking about? You're very clearly stocked on all of these things. Why is it saying that you're stocked so poorly that you're gonna desert? That seems incorrect. Also, oopsies? colossal influx of rations? Is that actually gonna show up? I hope it doesn't. If so, oops. Okay, it doesn't seem to be showing up. That's a good sign. Supply depot problems. I don't have supply depot problems. Or maybe my supply depot just doesn't have enough employees? Is that what's going on? Increase it to 6, maybe? Okay, good news. I don't think I think something weird happened. What the fuck? Okay, it says I have 77,000 battle spoils, but oh no. I think that's where all the rations were. Uh-oh. Yeah. That wasn't supposed to happen. Okay, we'll chalk that up to, like, just a weirdness of how the game is designed. Right. Have them besiege right now. What's the... I will be annihilated. Well, that's mighty awkward. Also, we need to get our people fucking supplied, because they are rather pissed off. Come on, get our shipments out. Yeah! Problem went away, or my army deserted, either one. They're supplied, good. Oh, there's a supply percentage. I'm guessing we were below that. Okay. Cool, so this army should be able to stay there in perpetuity. And then once they're done with the Nibar, we can do the hop, skip, and a jump over to Bless Bavatin. Repeat the steps. Increase something. Maybe need to do things with my nobilities and shuffling them around so that I can actually deploy people to whatever. Nice. Their garrison is almost gone. If their garrison is gone, does that mean that I just win? And like the 1 year is sort of just like a hypothetical based on my calculations. After a year, everyone should be dead? Or is that like a... I don't know, we'll see. What happens if I auto them now? Lose 17 men and inflict 2 casualties. Okay, I'm just gonna continue waiting then. And the answer is... they have 0 defenses. Oh! The city of Nibar is captured. What shall be the fate of its citizens? I'm not going to enslave, loot, or raise anyone, particularly because there's none of any of that to do. 10% devastation. Occupy. Take full control of this region. Abandon. Let the settlement find its future on its own. Puppet. Install a puppet regime. A new faction will be created, which will long indebted to you. Okay, so I can create like an other faction, but I don't want to do that because if I do that, then I'm still trade cut off from everyone. I guess the answer is occupy. I'm gonna save first. I can't save. Hold on. Oh dear. So clicking on the city has forced my hand. I guess I'm gonna occupy. Worst comes to worst, I can just reload bitch save. And look at that. Fascinating. There's an entire new menu for me to explore. Who the fuck here worshipping Amignon? That's not okay. Buildings. Click to construct buildings. It cost me 5 government points, of which I have how many? Sure, build a city hall. Ah, those are government points. Taxes. You're taxing in denarii. What does anything else cost? Everything else seems to cost denarii. Okay. This is the point at which I open up my tech tree and sort of understand. Allows us to build more powerful regional centers and exert more control over our dominion. I'm guessing these are things that I can build. Inside there. Okay, there should be like a... Building can be structured allowing you to gather more tax for all your subjects. Not really gathering much in taxes at the moment? Is there a thing that allows me to increase my workforce? Requires buildings, realm, guilders. Okay, so these are all things that I need. Oh my. So if I build a school here, I just get a bonus to, like, everything? That's cool. Bank. This takes workforce. Do I get an increased workforce over time? Conscripts are candidates that can be trained into soldiers. Population 511. Okay, so this is a whole lot of new information. Opposition, 100%. Different religions, like other religions, differently. Don't mix, cause unrest. That indicates to me that I kind of need to, like, crack down on, all that shit. Settings. Claim. I'm not even going to attempt. I'm almost certain that's a debug menu. So they've probably taken a colossal hit to their population because of the siege. I'm guessing that will recover over time. I'm going to leave my army on the map. I'm losing conscripts because, obviously, why wouldn't I be? Who the fuck are you? Oh, right, we've been cut off for a very long time. Don't remember your name, but your yearly taxes are due. Fucking fuck you? I don't... Who are you? Those dudes that I've been trading with? Let me think. You're the guys that I could absolutely fucking decimate, right? No, I couldn't absolutely decimate you. That's not true. You have a larger population than me, more net worth, but you already don't like me. What happens if I just ignore you? I think I'm just going to ignore you. You're gonna have to take my my silence as an answer, as it were. Hello, Nibar? Thank you. So, in terms of construction... First off, I think I need to actually build the small village, however long that takes. Oh, it just costs points and then it happens. Alright. 6.2% devastation, that's going down over time. Time doesn't pass while I'm in the build selection menu, which is interesting. I'm not getting taxes currently. Am I getting workforce? Raid chance, 0. Proximity, none. Conscripts, blah. Okay, so actually I do need to build things in order for workforce to increase. And maybe? Possibly? City Hall is constructed. What happens if I build... Oh, wait a minute. Growth. This building can increase. Increases population capacity. Costs workforce. Hygiene also costs workforce. This also costs workforce. Yes, and also yes. I'll build growth 1 just to see what happens. It'll cost me workforce. Disaster has struck. Massive immigration. Okay. Well, technically speaking, accomplished the goal of Conquest. That was sort of underwhelming. I guess the next stage would be to, like... Main currency to build your realm, gained by assigning nobles to government duties. Okay, so I do actually literally need to assign nobles to government duties. Hey, opium guy! I kind of need you to, like, I don't know, fucking do government things now. You're totally the right kind of person who should definitely be involved in government, Mr. Opium Fiend. What about the opium fields? I'll figure it out, don't worry. There we go. Opiate, reactivate. I think I had more opium farms over here. Yep, reactivate those. Reactivate all my disabled opium farms. To hopefully cover for that dude no longer being a thing. And then I'll turn this farm into an opiate farm. Recently watching a video about Australia and finding out that they produce 50% of the world's medical opium. What an amazing factoid. Alright. I have government points now. What the fuck do I spend them on? These things all cost additional workforce. Does my workforce just increase over time as the population grows? Titles. Workers Guild. Alright, having a Workers Guild, I think, would increase the total number of available workers. So let's spend... tech on that. Loyalty, better health. Organization 2. Where's the Workers Guild? Yeah, sure. 20k gold. Am I getting money from taxes now? Yes, I am. Not much, but some. This is very strange. Support, current, 47%. Support towards your majesty, low. Support increases the chance of rebellion. When region is controlled, support will increase with time. For other regions, emissaries can send to increase support. Okay. And our population is slowly increasing. Is there a way for me to, like, control who is... Ah. So I guess it's probably best to leave them to their devices. Otherwise, the loyalty penalties for them not being... Well, maybe. I don't know. Support, 47. High health. Low rage chance, high government points. I still wish I understood what the fuck government points were used for. I feel like I saw their population at some point. Target 565. First, let's check how things are going on the home front. I have entirely too many rations entirely by accident. Technically not cheating if it was a massive fucking accident. Duly noted. With your army, you can just fucking print resources by clicking on this and then setting this to a ridiculous number. Duly noted. We'll keep that in mind for, like, I don't know, meme runs. But that is insane. So you could, like, you could start the game, get up to, like, a tiny amount of population where you have a supply depot, deploy an army, and then just set this to a ridiculous number. And then just get all of those resources. Kind of wacky. See, you have no available workforce. I don't understand how you function. Main currency to build your realm with, apart from workforce, which you can't get any more of. +5. B-1 get more workforce. Creating logistics, housing, blah 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 blah. Law, no. Divisions, raider, combat mechanics, waters, region mechanic. There we go. Region's gonna require warfare diplomacy, providing conscripts and taxes, stats, innate, blah blah blah, fertility, prospects of efficient industries played in region. Loyalty is affected by buildings in the region. I don't care, I don't care. You don't say anything about workforce. Buildings in the region are necessary for sustaining the population to generate taxes. Clicking the building button in the lower part of the region will allow you to select ones that you want to construct. To build, you require denarii and workforce. Workforce is generated by the City Hall building chain, which requires government points. City Hall building chain? Oh. Oh, City Hall building chain. I see. So I want to spend all of that. I do not have enough government points. What happens if I promote my noble? So I have all of the noble promotions still available. You. Who? Where? What? When? You. Yes. How many more government points do I get for promoting you? Kind of a fucking lot. That was an increase of 40. Okay. I guess I build you. I accept the build. I go back into the chain. I cannot build another one. I need to have a population above 600, which I do not currently have. Your population is stuck at 565. I need things that increase population, which should be housing. Yes? What is stats affect housing? Region capacity, outbreak, hygiene, humidifier, irrigation, deforestation, law, quarantine, question mark, other effects. Okay. Roads? No. What did you say it was? Ruling species, persecution, massacre. Uh-huh. This is all very confusing. Question mark, other effects. I need things that increase moisture 97%. That seems like a thing that people don't like. Bank, I can't build that. I don't have enough workforce to build irrigation. Growth, growth increases region capacity. Increases population capacity. Does it, like, tell me about how much population capacity it increases by? Enough. So I just need to wait for the population size to increase? Meanwhile, my main settlement is just sort of continuing existing with the metric fuck ton of rations that are just kind of getting left on the floor, which I didn't realize was a thing. Okay, I feel very cheaty doing that. Whatever. It's whatever. At some point, someone will come along and just be like, hey, it's too much even for you. I don't have enough workforce. I need to have high enough population to upgrade, yes? And in order to upgrade, it just costs government points, and then it increases workforce. But all of these things are things that I can build. What are these? Production grain. Okay, so by spending workforce on the different farms, I can get export of stuff. These guys produce a shit ton of clay. Oh my god, can I actually, like, fucking produce science with this place? If I actually, like, get enough workforce to be able to do that, that'd be amazing. Okay, constructing walls will increase loyalty. I'm sort of in the situation where I don't want to do anything with regards to that. This is the most boring menu imaginable, and time doesn't pass while you're in that. Rough. Okay, so time just needs to continue passing. It is interesting to finally have a new menu to play with. Oh right, and there was that whole Havens thing. Now I'm connected to Havens, so I can actually, like, do things. You want... Okay, so if I make... So 60% of my population needs to be Atheist in order to attract Cantors. which is sort of problematic because Cantorism is like super good for all forms of production. Particularly... Okay. We're getting into the nitty-gritty of the menus now. Government, religion. Atherism is not particularly popular. It boosts higher manufacturing versus Craterism, which boosts farm output. I don't know how I modify... I mean, I could, like... What happens if I allow/deny for Craterism? Do people just get, like, super turbo pissed off? They're definitely not happy. Okay, so that's something that I think I would need to pick early on in the game, is if I'm going to get... Wait. Hold on, no. Cantors, not Crators. So early on in the game, if I want to get Cantors, I need to boost Atherism. Because doing it later on in the game will result in everyone getting super turbo pissy with me. Okay. Nibar, you should be over 600 pop. Yes. Guess what? Workforce upgrade. Except 17 workforce. Now I have things that I can do. I can also massively boost my population availability, which is probably something I want to do because in order to get the next level, I need to have 1,200 population. That's a lot of people. All right, let's just... Oh, well... Region capacity +5, +15. This costs most of my workforce. What happens if I just do it by 5? This is only going to cost me 5 workforce, and if I want, I can reclaim it. So now my region capacity is 914 from 600 something. Cool. Are there other ways to increase my region capacity? Yes, constructing wells boosts my region capacity, but not by a lot. Target with increased after stream wants to chat in Discord. Sure. I still need to... Oh my god, this is such a weird menu. There needs to be like a higher level... I mean, if I eat most of my workforce... Seems like growth is the right place to put workforce up until you get high enough into the tech tree to be able to produce, like, actual amounts of workforce. Up until that point, it's just kind of... Yeah. Really don't like it, but that's kind of the only thing I can think of. Yeah, so now the target is at 1,200. So the next upgrade I can get for my population center will boost my workforce by 36, and then if I wanted to stop there, then I could, and then start doing things. I mean, I could get growth 5, but it'd be kind of wasting time and money because I don't even have the necessary technology in order to be able to afford anything past large town. That takes organization 3, which is 50 knowledge. Okay. Basically, what it seems like is any town size smaller than size 3 kind of sucks. If you want to produce anything. So I need population to go over 1,200, and then once it's over 1,200, then I can get the next size town, and then I can have something like 38 workforce, which I can use to do things. Yeah? Is that a fucking army? That is! Polixo sent a fucking army to my border. Hello, motherfucker! Oh! Bless Bavatin, my beloved. Bless Bavatin. Hey. Can I trade with you guys? Is trade now an option again? Can I open trade back up? It's too good to be true. Can't take my eyes off of you. Unfortunately, you're exporting seemingly like all of my fucking wood once again. Hey, stop it. Shit, I don't remember what I did in order to stop this from happening. Prioritize fetching workers from all other storage areas. Workers will only fetch as long as the condition for the fetch limit below is met. Globally, there is not enough stored goods to fetch from the unprioritized storage rooms in the vicinity. You say that, and yet you're exporting shit. I need to stop you before you do something drastic and bad. You're not... Wait, what the fuck? Priority limit. When an export depot has priority fetch enabled, it will fetch storage sites that does not have... What? Hold on. When export depot has priority fetch enabled, it will fetch from storage sites that do not have priority fetch enabled, but only if the total goods stored in warehouses exceeds this limit. Export workers will only priority fetch when at least 75% of our warehouse crates are filled. At least 8,400 items. You say there is not enough stored good items to fetch, yet you are fetching and you are exporting, which is problematic because I kind of need fucking wood. Wait, are you exporting? Maintenance, furniture, theft. No, you're not exporting? No, you're definitely fucking exporting. Why is it not... Hello? Hello? I think my wood production is just on the fucking decline. What the... I am so very confused. You say you're not exporting, and yet you have 513 stored. I kind of feel like you're lying. I don't know, something tells me you're not being entirely honest with what's going on. I feel like you're sort of fucking robbing me or something. I really don't want to bring my army back because my population's already kind of fucking spiked. But I'm going to have to, like, do that. At least bring these guys back. Not disband those two divisions, just... Y'all go back to Boxonia. Sort of annoyingly, when you deploy an army, it just sort of takes all of that population out of your city. Oh, right. You need to be exporting... No. Export. Animals. Henlu? Why are you not exporting animals, you annoying little bastard? Polixo. I do not have trade agreement with this. Sure. Do I not have a trade agreement with fucking Oh, I see. So the trade routes for Blesbavaten are blocked by these two free lands. So I would need to conquer both of these free lands in order to be able to trade with... Sorry, did I say those two free lands? I meant those three free lands. Man, I am so very locked in. Hey, Pelixo, if I became, like, colleagues with you, would that mean that I could trade with the people beyond you? I mean, you can take my money. I've got a shit ton of it. I don't mind that. Cordelia, I now have the ability to trade with you. You want 29 plate armor sets? That's honestly fine. Now I have competitive pricing. You should still be... Oh, you're not activated. That'll happen. Leather, I need to have you exporting things as well. You're not exporting anything. Furniture, you're probably also need to be activated. I am fairly full up on clothes. Question. Clay, you're not getting exported. Okay, some of you got traded. Holy shit, I'm back. Elixir doesn't fucking like me. It's fine. Right, Army 1. I need... If I disband you, will you go back to my city? Fingers crossed that the Dondorians that I just disbanded ended up back in my city. And that I get my armor back. Could you fucking maybe, like... I don't know. There we go. I don't think those Zondonians are coming back. What do you want? You want us to give you Nibar? Guess what's happening? Not that. Excuse me while I send my fucking army back out. Damn. Just fucking losing. Ugh. This will be annoying. We will endure. Losing a bunch of fucking supplies. Seems that your haste to build your city, you forgot my birthday. Brother, I didn't forget shit. What the fuck? Dude just wants to, like, start shit with me. Is this how this is gonna go? Are you going to be like this? We literally just set up a trade agreement. Am I gonna have to crack your skull? Is that how that's gonna work? You can send as many fucking troops as you want. I'm just gonna batter them into the ground. No. Decline. You don't start nothing, there won't be nothing. That's how that math works. I'll eat you. Right, among other things, I need to export pottery. Pottery needs to be exported. I am producing too much. Arguably ore as well. Fucking shit, I'm negative on leather. That's embarrassing. Okay, trade goods should be. Faction has gone from stance of colleagues to trade partners. Okay. Alright. Alright, Polixo. You're pissing me off. Fucking 14.6 million net worth. It's mine. 11.4 million. Fight me. Square up, lad. My army's fortified right on our fucking trade route. You do shit to me, I'm gonna make you regret existing. Man, they really don't like me. I wish I could get the Blessed Pavadan. I have to send it off an army in order to conquer the other things. Ooh, maybe I can support a mercenary company? Maybe... that's not how that works. Either you submit to these demands or raise your city. Fuck the hell off. They're trying to start an international incident. Polixo, what is up with your fucking ruler? Merciful and modest? Bullshit. He's just being a prick. I just gave you, like, a shit ton of some random resource. Would you get off of my ass? Or, like... No? No, you wouldn't. Here, have all of my fucking opium. Plus 0.07% opinion. I guess we're just gonna have to fight him at some point. Oh, that's annoying. Recruit? Where? Army 2. Mercenaries? Okay. Upkeep is 11.2. What is my daily income? It's not 11.2. I would struggle to support a second army. Okay. Okay. We'll keep the mercenaries in mind. Brother! Fucking what? I'm being blackmailed by a bandit called Krull. Pay off the scum and save your realm from devastation. How bad is Krull? Where is Krull? Claire, or do, uh-oh. Kroll? Where is Kroll? Is bro about to get wiped off the face of the planet? I don't see a Kroll. I don't see a Kroll. What is this dude talking about? I think he's lying. I don't think there's a bandit. I don't see any Kroll in here. You are lying. You are a liar. I hope your realm gets devastated. You demanded so many fucking resources from me so many times. I hope whatever happens to you sucks. In Krator's name we pray, amen. Please, Nebar, I just need you to rise above 1200 population. That's so difficult. Y'all should have more babies. I hope you're mildly inconvenienced the worst time. Absolutely. I hope you pick up meat from the meat aisle and it's sticky on the bottom. I hope you go for a bag of flour and the bottom ruptures. I hope you buy a bag of beans and there's just like a rock for every 10 beans. I hope you buy wet wipes. Open them up when you get home and they are bone dry. I hope you go to the mechanic because you hear a knocking in your car and the mechanic stares at you dead in the eye and goes, "Your car is totaled. There is a hole straight through your engine block. We can't weld that." I hope you're walking around your house in socks and you step in a puddle. I hope the bandits fucking murder you, Palixo. I hope you know. I just want you to know. I'm praying on your downfall. If you get raided by my bandits, you know what that means? That just means I have 1, 2, 3, 4 cities along this coastline that I get to own. That's what that means, Palixo. That means this coastline is mine. That's what happens when you piss me the fuck off. Your days in the sun are numbered. Minus 279% opinion. Oh, no, that's attack chance. Your opinion of me is actually quite high. It's just that you're very likely to attack me for some fucking reason. I hope you fucking try to attack me. I'll do you one better. I should give my fucking army catapults. I give my army 2 catapults. I feel like they're gonna need it. You're taking out the trash and you get goat's head in your shoe tracked into your home? What do you... Goat heads. Explain. What is goat heads? It's not literal goat heads. I would imagine. I hope not. Please don't be throwing goat heads into the trash. I don't know where you got the goats, but those goats died so that you could eat goat. Savages. Okay. End of that noise. No, it is not little goat heads. Yeah, I figured that. Region has no soldiers to attack with. Can I actually just, like, have a fucking army in Nebar? Is that an option? kind of doesn't look like it. Police, school. School boosts the output of things. They're everywhere over here, be happy. So they're a kind of plant. Oh, they're plant caltrops. Okay. Burrs. Understood. Step and then they get stuck in your shoe and then they get everywhere. I'm guessing if you have outdoor cats, they also track them in. Assuming you even had outdoor cats in the first place. Just sort of eh. Hi, Palixo. I see your fucking army there. Believe me. I want you dead and in the ground. Also, I need to up my woodcutter output because we're suffering problems. If an outdoor cat stepped on one, it would cause severe pain. They're really big. I should just look this up. What I should do. Goat's head caltrops. Ooh! Ooh, ow! Ooh, ow! Oh god, and they're like self-riding, so they have like a base, so a thorn 6 straight up. What a fucked plant. Yikes. I'm sorry you have to deal with that bullshit. Worst in tumbleweed season. Fuck is using all this leather. Carpenters, bowyers. Yeah, that'd happen. I need to change recipe really quickly to something that does not consume leather to an incredibly high degree. Shouldn't be net positive on that shit. That's very strange. Right. Knee bar. Alexander spent over an hour getting them out of your back, thighs, and calves. Ouchist! Bad plants. Oh my god. Oh, and they dry out and they get even harder and pointier. Ouch. Terrible plant. You have health plummeting below 50% in an outbreak of diseases to be expected. Fucking wonderful. Rural health. Let's get that. Then we'll build you a fucking... Will one not build you a fucking physician? So, like... I guess y'all are just gonna die then. Like, if y'all don't get your population up, you're just gonna get hit by a fucking plague, and that's gonna be that. Tax. Master of War Mines passed away. Replace him. And we will never think of him or speak of him again. Goodbye. Wait, did we have a... No, we didn't have an epidemic incoming. Where's the export depots? I can never remember where these things are. Export. You are supposed to be exporting ore, but you are not. respectable amount of money per day. Not enough to hold down a... I don't have the capacity to speak words. What are we really struggling with? Struggling with leather armor. Bows, we're not producing enough. Melkata, spears. Let's... Those are too expensive. Spears kind of suck to produce. Leather armor. Let's import leather armor. Up to 50%. Then we'll also import. What else? Not cloth. Not food. We're actually good on food. Spears. Never mind, I'm not buying spears from Palixo. 780, are you fucking kidding me? Absolutely not. Highway robbery. Fuck those guys. Actually, what are they selling the leather armor for? 1,300? Eat my ass. No. I'm not fucking buying shit from Palixo. Oops, I already accidentally bought shit from Palixo. Well, that kind of happens. Hey, Nibar, how are you doing in your population? 1.12. I need you to increase by another 80 people. And then, when that happens... Target. Look. Not my fault you have a large population. It's literally my fault, but it's not my fault. I just need you to fucking get to your max population. This is taking a while. I think the simulation speed is capped out. I'm trying to go faster than 25 times, and the trade vessels do not seem to be moving any faster than they were previously. Population growth rather slow. I think the health is kind of part of the problem. Does this say you have... $512 conscripts. Recruit. If I press the recruit button, is it just gonna bring all those people into my fucking army? Because if that's the case, it's gonna be a problem. Left click. No? Good. Okay. So they're just like a stockpile of troops that you can draw from the world map in order to replenish an army specifically. Interesting. I think that also probably means that I can... No, I cannot create or modify existing units. I can only create new ones. This is 25 times speed. This is max speed. They're the same speed. Come on, Nibar. I need you to become... You need to poop out 50 more babies. I'm sorry. It's something that has to happen. Health must be maintained at over 50% of the reason, else there's a risk of disease. Okay, so like, I need my population increase so that I can increase my town level so that I can actually, like, get things? Happen. I'm gonna end stream after I get my city to the level I want it at. because then it can start actually sending me resources. Although theoretically, if I do have it sending resources, is it going to send resources based on... Okay, it's just going to be based on... Is clay really the only thing y'all got? Clay and mushrooms. Guess y'all be sending me clay and mushrooms. Not that clay and mushrooms are bad. It'll certainly make my Dondorians less constantly pissed off. Plus, the clay will actually enable me to boost my innovation research? Yeah. %. Different religions, like other religions, differently. Yeah, so here's the problem. I can't really fucking do nothing about the opposition rating, because if I... No, I literally just can't. Like, I would have to exile entire sections of the population in order to get that under control, and I just kind of can't do that. Come on. 1.18, I believe in you. What do you mean used? Sort of a terrifying thing to tack on onto a description of population. Eclipse! Fantastic. Mourning, thirst, piety, and other piety. Great. Fantastic. I was hoping that that was an announcement that my settlement had reached 1.2k, but apparently not. Come on! Can't believe I'm sitting here waiting for a number to tick up. This is like a clicker game. You've been waiting for 15 minutes. I believe in you. Hit me with that additional 0.01. Oh, fantastic. What do you... Oh, it's fucking rounding up. Great. It's not a real point... What? It's not a real 0.20. It's a 0.196, and it's getting rounded up. Okay, we'll wait a little bit longer. Cool. Less riots is a good thing. Can I upgrade my shit yet? No, 197. This is the most goofy way to have to wait for your population to rise so that you can increase the population settlement by 1 level so that it actually becomes useful. What a shame. I should have actually checked whether or not I have enough government points to raise it, but good news, I do. Hey ho hey! 40 workforce. The world is my oyster. Now I can actually, like, do things with the settlement. Alright. Immediate gains. Clay, I need y'all to bring me clay. Not only do I need you to bring me clay, I need you to bring me, like, a lot of clay. Like 100 and... Actually, I don't even know if 120 a day clay is enough. That would be 180 clay inbound per day. And if I'm bringing that much clay in... Oh. Wait, hold on. No, something's weird. Leave it to, except I don't have the money to support that. But with the clay tax in place, I should be able to do some good shit. Yes, 172 clay per day. All right, so if I go into my laboratories, you need 329 clay per day, but you need 51. So I can just enable you. You'll be able to use clay, but you'll also need to actually go and get clay. So clay needs to be stored nearby-ish. Hey, herb farm. I'm gonna ruin part of you. Sorry. I kind of need the logistics space to create a warehouse to store clay. A lot of clay. All of the clay. Oh, well, that's just like a shit orientation. Ah, it's fine. One over there, one over there. Build it. Once you're done, you will be used to store clay. I need 20k denarii. In order to upgrade the clay to the next level. Oh yeah, I need to build a thing in Nibar so that people don't die of disease. What was that? It was health? Okay. Hygiene 1. Accept. Man. Nobility are dropping like flies. Fortunately, they are easily replaceable. A truth they would have you never know. Right. You literally exist to store clay. I need you to be staffed. Auto-employ. Thank you very much. Right. Nibar. Guess what? That's right. More clay. Actually, no. Mushrooms. Mushrooms this time. 88 a day. That's... I mean, it's not nothing, but it's not worthwhile, exactly. It's costing me... 5 workforce to bring in 44 mushrooms a day. I'm producing thousands of mushrooms in a year. Like, in the course of 16 days, 44 is going to produce how many? 700 mushrooms. So, as opposed to the entire rest of the year, which I produce how many? $2,500, so it's not nothing. It's just not as much as I'd prefer. Innovation is increasing. Clay has got to be the primary build so that I can up my innovation. If I just don't have that clay influx, then I won't be able to boost my innovation score. And then I won't be able to do research, yada 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 yada. And so far as government points, I don't care about government points. There, now I'm bringing in 344 clay per day, and that's costing me most of my workforce. However, that means I'm also at a positive 300, which I need 329. So if I max staff my clay pit, or even just take it up to 15, that boosts the clay production up to 30, gets my clay production up to 380, and then I boost it all the way to the max because that wasn't enough. What do we get to? Come on. Play workers, get in there. You're at 21 and 25. Do it. 24, 323. Last one? 325. Alright. That's not the right one. 329. Oh, good. Technically not enough. That's fine. I'll just have them use a shit ton of clay and then decrease the total population by like 5. Now we're at 312. So we've effectively taken the number of scientists from 115 to 95 plus 15 times 2 is 110. 220. So we're going to get a whole shit ton of innovation to work with, but that is going to be for next stream. Thank you all for watching. I don't think there's anybody in this chat besides myself and my 2 mods. So I'm just going to call that end of stream. Boxonia. 10, 11. First Conquest. And end stream. Good night.